Executive consultants, you're welcome. In our previous videos, we've been looking at a series of accountings and then taxation. So today we choose to look at an item on our items list service that we provide, and that is going to be item number 6. That is computer studies, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. But we're basically going to look out at Excel, and we are going to find out how something that we've always interacted with is set up, and why do people even set them up. So today we are going to put our focus on Excel, and then we are simply going to pay attention on how they come up with a drop list. So one might be asking, what is a drop list? A drop list is one that is always on the forms. If you have filled up an online application, be it a job, be it a survey, or someone's research, and they have predetermined answers that they want you to fill up. So they will set them up, and then you will simply select from what they have given you to choose from. So we are going to open our Excel, and then we'll be seeing how that all is done. But just to have a look at what a drop list looks like, I will use the VAT tax return form that is got from URA. So we want to know, how do they set up the no or yes? How do they set up whether it is going to be an original or amended, or how do they even set up if I want to come and then I want to select the kind of branch, or how do they come and then they are put all these so many banks in here. So we are going to do that, and then we'll be working out with a skill in today's class. So I'll open ours that we are going to use. So probably want to do a survey, and you want to know a few things about the respondent, that is the district, sex, age, title, and then status, and then their response. So you're going to create drop lists for all these columns that we have here, apart from the one that is the name. So I will assume that this respondent is Agaba. It's Agaba Joy. So Agaba Joy, we want them to select from the drop list their responses. So how do we do that, or how do we come up with such? Let me start with the easiest. The easiest is us coming here onto the response, because the response is yes or no. So it is a short one. So we'll simply come, already we've selected our data, and then we'll come and select data validation. So when I do that, because we want to have a drop list, so I will select list, and then I'll say source is yes, then I put a comma, and then I say no. So once I do that, I will have already put a drop list. So it's a yes or a no. The beauty is, the reason that's why we put drop list is because you do not want the respondent to probably interfere with what you're trying to look out for. For example, if the respondent types their answers manually, you're going to see what Excel does. So you can see that this value does not match the data validation restrictions. In other words, you've restricted these cells to what you want. So you will come, that respondent will have to come and select yes or no, like we've done. So how about if there are so many of them? Are you going to type them all? Perhaps you want to fill it up. You want to have a drop list for the district, and Uganda has about 120 districts. Are you going to type everything there? The answer is no. So you will need to have a separate sheet like this one, and then you have all your districts listed down, so that when you're about to have a drop list created for that district, you will know where to get them from. So we'll still do the same thing. We'll come to district, and then we'll still come data validation. Any value no, we'll say list, and then we'll say a source is going to be on sheet 2. So we'll select these districts here, and we'll say okay. So once that is done, then we have a drop list for the districts as well. So the sex is still the same thing. you want to come, then you say list, then the source is going to be just like we've done for the districts, and then it's male or female. So you will simply say, okay. Then the age, because you want to know the age bracket of the respondent. So you'll come to data validation again, you'll come list, and then you'll come to the source, come back to sheet 2, and then copy all, then you simply say, okay. Then finally the status, because the title, okay. So we'll come back here and then you say title. So it is as simple as this. Excel has a lot of, so simply delete that because it's not what we want. So we'll come and then just let's set this, and then we'll come to state title. Okay. Of our title, and then we'll simply say okay. So you have the remaining is the status. So we'll simply do the same data. Okay, moment. Come back, data validation, and then say list, then source, then we'll come back to this, then we'll select the status. Okay, so now we have our drop lists. So if Agaba Joy, whom we don't know if it's Mrs. or Miss, as we'll see, for example, she's going to say she's from Kampala. Then her sex, by the virtue that she's called Joy, it's female. Then her age bracket might be between 20 to 39. And then her title might be Mrs. And then the status might be, of course, married. And then her response is no. So once that is done, because this is the form that you will send to Mrs. Agaba, so she will fill up the form as you have the predetermined answers given to her. She will not need to write in anything other than her name. Many people do this, especially those doing research, because they do not want to, they don't want someone to integrate or to someone to interfere with what they have set already when they are going to do their calculations. Especially now you can see here, when it comes to the age, someone has it in periods. Someone can choose to simply say, I'm 25. Yeah, that's not what the researcher is looking out for. So that is how it has been. That is how easy it is to create a drop list under Excel, which form that you are likely to send to someone or you're likely to send to the public for your research, or how URA tries to do that. So we'll stop here for the drop list, and we'll drop more Excel videos for us to learn together. So next video, we'll be looking at the forecasting done or using Excel. Executive consultants, let us learn together.